In today's tutorial, let's experience another snowflake. This is part of the Twinkling Snowflake collection, and this is snowflake number 2. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as Yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today's tutorial we're going to cover another snowflake in the Twinkling Snowflake collection. There are 3 and this is number 2. We already have a video available for number 1. So what we have here is a really kind of a simple idea, and this is actually going really quite quickly. There are only 3 revolutions of this whole thing, if you can imagine, and it's not too complicated, and I think it's kind of neat. And then you can starch it up and use it as a Christmas decoration. You can also just apply it maybe as a coaster if you wanted to. You've got lots of great ideas. We're going to be using cotton yarn today, the Bernat Handicrafter. You can use Lily Sugar and Cream as well. It calls for a 3.75 millimeter crochet hook today. I'm using a size 4 because I don't have a 3.75, so I've just upped the hook a little bit, so therefore the sizing will be slightly different. So if you would like this to be much smaller, you can use the Handicrafter thread yarn, and then you'll have like really intricate little snowflakes as well. So again, the choice is up to you. So the free pattern includes a crochet diagram that you see. We also have written instructions if you'd like to follow those instead, and you can see this is what we're going to be doing right here, is snowflake number 2. So we're going to start off and we're just gonna create some extra pieces just like this. Basically I would think that when there's only 3 rounds, there's a lot of extra rounds, so it gets a little bit kind of confusing up towards the edges just like so, but if you stick with me in today's tutorial I can show you how to do that. It's actually a lot more simpler. It's just a matter of how you read it. And finally, for tutorial reasons, you'll notice that my snowflake was green. Today's snowflake will be the blue. It's just too hard to see white on my white background, just like this. So I will be using a blue today, and following the snowflake instructions number 2. You can see it's quite simple. There's not a lot of instructions to get this one. So let's begin now. To begin, let's create a slip knot, and remember that never counts as 1 on the hook. So we're going to begin, and it's gonna say chain a 7. So let's do that. So we're just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And what I need you to do is insert the hook into the beginning chain, yarn over, and pull through and through to form that middle chain. So the middle chain, the middle ring, just like this, is is very open and airy, and that's fine. That's what the pattern's asking for. With the straggler I want to use it, and I just want to kind of just wrap it around the ring so that I can trap it in a position so I can trim it later, and you won't have to worry about seeing a stopping or starting strings in the middle of your snowflake. So let's begin round number 1. It says to chain 1, and we're going to do 1 single crochet into, or sorry, 3 single crochets into the ring. So just going right into the ring and do 3 in a row. So 1, 2, and 3, just like this. And then it says to chain 9. So we're gonna chain 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now I can chain like that. If a new crocheter probably would not be able to chain just the way that I demonstrated, so just keep that in mind. It's just I've been crocheting a long time. So I'm gonna come back into the ring, and I'm going to single crochet 3 more times. So 1, 2, and 3, and let's carry on. So now that my 3 are in there, I'm gonna chain 9 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Coming back into the center of the ring, I want to put 3 more single crochets. Do you notice how I just do it without really saying much about it, but I just pinch, I just push that down, and I go around and I single crochet. And I do that because it keeps the chain in control as I go back into the ring. So that was 1 of 3, 2, and 3, and then chain 9 again. We want a total of 3 of these, or sorry, of 6 of these large chain spaces just like this. So another 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and coming back into the ring. So 1, 2, and 3. Let's do another 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Coming back into the ring. 1, 2, and 3. Now here's the thing, you're going to run out of space just like you see me, but because it's going around the ring, you just have to pull on it and expose more of the raw ring for you. Okay, so let's do another. So we have a total of 4 of these big chain 9 spaces, but we need a total of 6. So let's chain another 9. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 7 7 7 8 and 9, and then coming back into the ring, 1 2 and 3. So that's 5 of these chain spaces. We got to do another one. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. And this time we have to come back down. So this is the final one of the 6. We just slip stitch to the first single crochet that you started with, and we need to fasten off at this point. So grab your scissors and trim your yarn and just kind of wrap it around your hook and pull through. And I need you to do a nice job of just weaving in these edges. So just using a darning needle or just your hook. A darning needle will hide it better, but if you're going to be stiffening these up, this string is gonna harden up within it anyway, and then you can deal with it later as well. So you can actually see you now have 6 chain 9 spaces, just like so. So let's move up to row number 2. The reason why we did fasten off, by the way, is that we have to start at the top of these. So because we finished off at the bottom, if you go to slip stitch all the way up, you're gonna see it, and it's gonna have one particular petal or edge that's not gonna look right. So let's start on row number 2. Let's begin row number 2, and we're gonna start off with a slip knot, and I do this as extra precaution when I go to start my work. So we're gonna go right into a chain 9 space. Okay, just choose any one of the 6 spaces, just go into one of them, just wrap around the tail and the yarn leading to the yarn ball through and through. Okay, so now we're ready. So just drop that straggler down out of the way. So let's begin. We are going to chain 3. So 1 2 and 3, and we want to double crochet 2 more times into the same space. So just double crochet 1 and 2, and now we want to chain 3, 1 2 3, and double crochet back into this chain 9 space 3 more times. So 1 2 and 3. So each one of these chain 9 spaces are gonna have 3 double crochets followed by 3 chains, 3 double crochet. So in between that space, then we just have to just do 1 chain and then begin again. So pick up the next one. Make sure when you pick up the next one, you're not twisting it by accident. Okay, make sure it's just flat, and then just immediately double crochet 3 times into that space. So 1 2 and 3. Okay, followed by a chain 3, 1 2 3, and then coming back in for 3 more double crochets. So 1 2 and 3. So continue to go all the way around. So just put in 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochet, and then put a chain 1 space before starting the next one, and continue to do that. So right where we are, we'll chain 1 first, go to the next one, and 3 double crochets. So continue to do that same patterning going all the way around. Now I'm coming up all the way back around, and I have all of my chain 9 spaces filled in. Make sure you do your chain 1, which I've already done, and you're just going to slip stitch it to the top of the chain 3 that you started with. So just slip stitch. You do not need to fasten on or off at this point. We're going to continue along. So this is round number 2, just like you see. So round number 3 is gonna bring this back in balance, and you'll see that everything will kind of shift around and become really quite pretty. So let's begin round number 3. So let's begin round number 3. Round number 3 brings everything back in balance, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. It seems like it's confusing and it reads confusing, but if you just take it step by step, you'll realize it's really not. It's just a matter of how you're interpreting it. So what we need to do is that we need to come back into this chain 1 space and just yarn over and pull through, and that moves us back into that space, chain 1, and then single crochet around that space. Okay, and then we're gonna begin. So every time we hit the chain 1 space, we're single crocheting. That's kind of what we've done already just right now. So you're just gonna immediately stretch to the next chain 3 space over here, and you're going to double crochet 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So here's where it gets confusing, and let me take my time and show you how to do this. We're now going to do this top section that you see. So we've come around and we've done the first 6 single crochets, and now we gotta do this piece here before moving on to the other side of this particular point. How we do this is really quite simple. It's just a matter of how you're looking at it, and let me show you how to do that next. To begin that top section you have to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we have to slip stitch to the first chain that you started with. So slip stitch first, just like this. And it says to turn your work. So right now you have to turn it so that this project appears backwards. Okay, so you're looking at the wrong side, and then we're going to start and do the work that it's asking you to do. So we're going to immediately start by chaining 4. So what we have to do is just go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we come back into the side of the ring and inside the ring and do a treble. So wrap the hook twice and going into the chain and treble, and we're gonna treble twice. Then what we're going to do is chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, coming back into the ring to slip stitch. So that was 1 petal of the 3. So let's begin another petal. We're gonna chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're gonna treble twice into the ring once again. Okay, once you get that done you are going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, coming back into the ring again for a slip stitch, and then we have to create the third one. So chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, treble twice, and then to finish this one off you have to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you have to then slip stitch into the ring once again. So it's the final time. So this is what we have to do. So we have to then turn it. So do you see how the 6 single crochets are right in front of me? You have to turn your project back and then begin 6 more double crochets into this same section already. So it's just gonna have to jam it in there. So you're just gonna do 6 single crochets. I'm gonna review this once again, so don't, if you're getting lost I will go through it again. So 6 double crochets, so I've lost count here because I was looking away. So 4, 5, and 6. Once you have your 6, then chain 1, single crochet into this chain 1 space here. Okay, so right into the chain 1 space right there. Chain 1 and then restart and do another one. So you can see this is exactly what's happened here. Okay, so let me review how to do another one of these. So let's begin to do another one. So we just finished off, we single crocheted, chain 1, and now we're ready for the next point. So we're gonna start off with 6 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 5, and 6. So now we're gonna start another one of the 3 that you see up here. So to do that we're gonna chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then just slip stitch to the first chain. So just right in, pull through, and it says to turn your work. So turn the work. Okay. Okay, so let's begin. So we're gonna start the first one. So 1, and what we need to do is that this space has to be in front of your hook. So if it's in behind like this it's not gonna work. That's why it's asking you to turn. So I have to chain 4. I've already done 1. So 2, 3, and 4. Treble twice into that same space. then followed by a chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4, coming back in. Okay, chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch back into that same spot. You got 2 of the 3 done. Okay, chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then treble 2 more times. Then chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, back into the ring, and that concludes that top piece. So again, you see that this is in front of you here, so you just gotta turn it in a way. So you just gotta turn it around. So then your space that you have to fill in the rest of the 6 is ready for you right here, right where my thumb is. So we're just gonna do 6 double crochets into that same spot. This first double crochet stabilizes that top piece, by the way. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, once you get that done, chain 1, single crochet into the chain 1 space right in the middle of the point sections, and then move up chain 1 and then start another one just like you have already. So once you have these hardened done, you have these beautiful spaces at the top. So let me do this off camera and I'll see you back here and we'll conclude this video tutorial for today. When you come up all the way back around, you're gonna have all your points done. Of course, you're going to get this last one done. Don't forget the chain 1 first, and then you're just going to slip stitch it to the beginning single crochet right there. Okay, so this is exactly how you would finish. Just trim your yarn, weave in your ends, and if you're going to harden your yarn or your snowflake, you can use it as a ornament. It is pretty big when you upsize your hook just like this, but you know what, this makes for great gift toppers and more. So this is Twinkling Snowflake number 2. Again, everything is just resting inside these chains, so you can just kind of move stuff around if you have to. I would give it a really good stretch and just make sure everything looks pretty even before you go through the hardening stages if you're gonna choose to do that. So until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as the Yarnspirations.com. Stay tuned for more free patterns and snowflakes coming along real soon. Until then, we'll see you. Bye bye.